Hey there, this is Red. It's time for another episode of Red Plays. So we've got Marvel Champions out on the board here, and what I decided to do with Ant-Man was go after Klaw. I had some careful consideration there because I've got actually Medusa's right there, and I was thinking about playing against Medusa, but I don't want to quite go there yet. I want to go through a little bit more of the cards that are part of the actual content that you can buy. So we've got Ant-Man, we've got Klaw out there. The other thing is I wanted to address is I haven't been making as many of these videos recently because I've been kind of distracted. So I'll try to put a little link either in the description below or maybe I can do it up in the corner over there. I've been working on a website where I broke apart a bunch of like hero packs and some of the sets. And I've got the cards listed. If you're looking to buy singles of cards, you can buy singles of cards. Now I'm only shipping to US only because shipping gets expensive and it's really not cost wise probably a good idea to buy like one card. Like if you're going to buy, you want to get a Lockjaw and maybe another Avengers Mansion and three energies. Like if you've got a group of cards, single cards that you were looking for, it might make sense. I also busted out some of the heroes. So let's say you didn't buy Rise of the Red Skull, but you're interested in having Spider-Woman. You could buy just Spider-Woman and her core cards to mix into other stuff. So anyway, that's the thing I've been working on, and that's why I've been kind of not putting out as many videos, is because I've been working on that. So anyway, it's game time. Let's try to take out the Klaw. So it's been a while since we played Klaw, so let's make sure we're doing this right. We have underground distribution out there. We've got Klaw 1 and 2. We're not in expert mode. We do have Masters of Evil is mixed into the deck, as well as the standard encounter set. All right, we've got Defense Network is out on the table there. And we're going to advance to 1B, and we have underground distribution. Your investigation reveals that the criminal enterprise is operated by Klaw, an old rival of the Avengers. All right, so we're going to discard from the encounter deck until a minion is discarded, and we're going to put the minion into play with the first player, which is good. It's not a revealed, so when revealed effects don't go off, we're just putting one into play. All right, so we've got our defense network out here. It says when revealed, place an additional one threat on there per player. Oops, so it should be at 3. All right, and we're going to look for a minion card. So here we go. Not a minion card. Oh, let's get that out of there. Oh, there's a minion card. So we've got Whirlwind is going to come into play. All right. I think we're good to go at this point in time. We need to get out our basic hand. So we need a hand size of 6. That's what Scott Lang has. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the thing about Whirlwind here is that when Whirlwind attacks, also resolve his attack against each other hero, which, since I'm playing solo, doesn't really matter. But he's got 6 hit points, so he's a little bit on the tougher side. All right, so let's see what we've got. We've got a Moxie, we've got a Reinforced Suit, we've got Army of Ants, Resize, and a Pym Particle. So I like the Pym Particles, because that's going to potentially get me the ability to draw a card. That's nice. The Army of Ants are great because they attack when I'm in small form. So I've got the ability to potentially really work on that defense network right out of the gate, which would be good. I've got a Resize that's going to allow me to go big and then go small, or I can use that to play, well, I'll probably use one of my Pym Particles to play an Army of Ants, which is going to let me draw a card. Then, let's see here, the Moxie's probably not going to do me any good, and the Reinforced Suit, I don't have anything to play it on, so I'm going to mulligan those 2 cards, and we're going to get 2 other cards. So 1, oh great, another Moxie, and another Reinforced Suit. Okay. So that didn't really help me at all. All right, so what are we looking at doing? We'll probably go large. We'll play our Resize. I think we will we'll save our Thwart to get rid of the defense network, I think is what we'll do. And then we can play an Army of Ants and maybe use the Reinforced Suit. Maybe hold on to our Moxie. We'll see what Resize does for us. All right, so here's what we're going to do. The other thing that we could do is we could, at the end, we could resize into large Ant-Man form, which we could use to help absorb the damage from one of Klaw's attacks, that's an interesting idea too. So I think that's what we're going to do first. We're going to go small Ant-Man. So we're going to transform. So after I change this form, I remove one threat from a scheme. So we're going to take one off the defense network. Then we're going to use our PIM particles. So PIM particle says, after you spend this card, if you are in tiny hero form, I'm going to draw a card. So draw one card if you are in tiny hero form. So we're going to use PIM's particles to play Army of Ants. And that lets me draw a card. All right, got a giant stomp. Ooh. Now I could, ooh. That makes me not want to play my other Army of Ants because I could stomp Klaw for 8. That would almost take him out. Oh, it's so tempting. I like to do damage, and it is just so tempting to lay the damage out there. Wow. Maybe we'll hold on to that. We'll hold on to that one. All right. So we're going to use our reinforced suit to play another Army of Ants. We've got 2 Army of Ants out there. All right. Now we're going to use Ant-Man to thwart, get rid of the defense network. So we're going to take that out of there. We've got 2 Army of Ants. And so the Army of Ants say, if you're in tiny hero form, exhaust Army of Ants, deal 1 damage to an enemy. So, we're using tokens to do stuff. All right, trying to remember to do that. Okay. So with our Army of Ants, do we want to attack Whirlwind or do we want to attack Klaw? So if I transform again, I'm going to be able to do 1 damage. That would theoretically... Ooh, let's go ahead and we'll use our Army of Ants and let's work on Whirlwind. So 2 damage to Whirlwind. All right, we're going to play Resize. So Resize says, change to your other hero form, draw a card. All right, so we're gonna go big. We're gonna go to our big Ant-Man, and I printed off a proxy so I don't have to unfold the card. When I go big Ant-Man, it says after you change to this form, deal 1 damage to an enemy. We're gonna go ahead and do another one to Whirlwind. All right, and we get to draw a card. Oh, so we got the wrist gauntlets. Oh, so I can use Moxie to get the wrist gauntlets out and hold on to my giant stomp. I think that's what we're gonna do. So we'll get our wrist gauntlets out there. Put our Moxie away. And then we're gonna be done. So we're gonna unexhaust all of our stuffs. We're gonna draw up to 4 cards because that's our hand size in large form. Ooh, it looks like we want to do a giant stomp next turn. But we also have Swarm Tactics, and Swarm Tactics is pretty cool. But I don't have Wasp out there. So that's my team up, and it says change to other hero form, ready your hero. If only I had both Wasp and Ant-Man out there. Anyway. Let's see, what are we going after here? We're going after the villain's going to do some stuff. So first thing, we're going to put 1 threat on the main scheme. And then the Klaw is going to see Ant-Man out there, and he's going to attack. We're just going to take this attack. So Klaw's special thing is he gets 2 boost cards. So we're going to see what we get here. And we get a 1. Ooh, and then if this activation deals damage, exhaust your hero. Oh, so I'm going to take a damage and I'm going to be exhausted. Now, so much for throwing the big stomp down that turn. All right. Whirlwind's going to attack. He attacks for 2, so I take 2 more. So I've taken a total of 3. And then we're going to get an encounter card. All right, encounter card is the Sonic Converter. So this is after it's going to attach to Klaw, and after he attacks, he's going to stun me. So annoying. And it takes 1 of each, so I have to use a hero action, spend 1 of each to discard that card. Ugh. Okay. That wasn't part of the plan. All right, so that's the end of the villain's turn, luckily. The bad thing is we're starting this turn off exhausted. So I think we can do some cleanup here. I think what we're going to do is we're going to start off with we're going to spend 3 to do a giant stomp. So giant stomp says, so I can use my swarm tactics and my strength there to play a giant stomp. Giant stomp says, play only if you're in giant hero form. Deal 1 damage to each minion, 8 damage to the enemy. So we're going to do 1 damage to each minion. So Whirlwind's going to take 2, and we're going to do 8 to Klaw. So he's going to go from 12 down to 4. Boom! That's pretty awesome. Okay. Next thing up is we can use our changey formy thing, and we're going to change over to Little Ant-Man, which when I do that, I get to remove a threat. That's going to take 1 off of there. And then we're going to use our 2 Army of Ants, because now that we're back in tiny form, we can command the ants, and we're going to take out Whirlwind with our ant attacks. All right, so we're done. We're going to ready our stuff up. I'm going to draw back up to a hand size of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, there's the wasp. Got the wasp and the stinger. The wasp and power gloves. Ooh, that's fun. I really dislike the Sonic Converter, though. That is a mean, nasty, evil card. Okay, we're going to go over to the villain's turn. Villain's turn. 1 threat on the main scheme. Seems like there was just 1 thread on there that managed to go away. All right, next up, Klaw's going to see Ant-Man out there. He's going to attack. We're going to take this attack. Unfortunately, he's going to stun me, which I don't like, but we're going to have it happen anyway. All right, so he's going to get 2 boost cards. He gets a +1, so he's got 0, 1. So we're starting at 1. We're going to boost another 1, so we're going to take 2 damage, and we're going to give him a tough status card. Boo. All right, so we're going to take 2 damage, and he's going to get tough. All right. Now, after that, we need an encounter card. Encounter card is an armored guard. Oh, he's throwing his defenses up like crazy. So I need to remember the armored guard starts with toughness also. All right, so armored guard's got tough. Where's the tough? There's the tough. Let's move these over a little bit. We'll put a wrist gauntlets over there. That's still on the, yeah, there we go. Okay, so that's the end of the villain's turn. Oh, we got hit. Let's not forget our stunned. We would hate to forget that. All right. End of the villain's turn. We're over to the hero's turn, and there is a lot of statuses on the board. I was feeling really good going into that turn, and then now a lot of things have happened to make me not feel good. All right, so what do we have? We got Wasp is awesome. So the great thing about Wasp is when she enters play, deal 2 damage to an enemy. If you're in giant hero form, remove 2 threat from a scheme if you're in tiny hero form. All right, so we're not too worried about the threat there. We could go over to giant hero form. Let's do that. I think this will be kind of interesting. So, how are we going to play this? I'm not going to be able to get my gloves on the Wasp. What we can do is we've got these armies of ants out there. Let's clear off some tough statuses. Is that what we want to do? No, yeah. Well, actually, we're going to do it a little bit different. We're going to put Army of Ants to clear the tough off the Armored Guard. Then we're going to do Army of Ants to do 1 damage to the Armored Guard. All right, next thing we're going to do is we're going to flip over to Big Ant-Man. When I do that, I'm going to deal 1 damage to an enemy. So we're going to do 1 damage to Klaw. All right, then we're going to play the Wasp. I think we're going to use these. Ooh, I kind of want to use the power gloves, but we're going to get rid of the power gloves and hold on to Stinger, I think. Do I want the power gloves or do I want Stinger? Ooh, that's a tough choice because the power gloves are going to enhance Wasp's ability later, but Stinger can come out there and she can hit and absorb a block pretty easily. I think we'll hold on to Stinger. All right, so we're going to spend 3. We're going to bring Wasp into play. Now when Wasp comes into play, if I'm in giant hero form, deal 2 damage to an enemy. So we're going to do 2 damage to the armored guard. I'm just going to take our armored guard out. All right, now we can have Wasp exhaust, and she's going to end up with a consequential damage to do 2 damage to the Klaw. All right, and then we haven't done anything ourselves, so do we clear our stun or do we thwart for 1? I think we're going to attack. We're going to attack, which is going to clear our stun. All right, we're going to be done. We're going to take all of our tokens away, and we're going to draw back up to a hand size of 4 for Ant-Man. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And we've got Klaw. He's kind of on the brink there. All right, we do need to get rid of that. That is so annoying, the Sonic Converter. Evil, evil card. All right, Klaw's turn. So what's Klaw going to do? First thing, we're going to put a threat on the main scheme, so it's up to 2 out of 6. Not too bad. Klaw is going to see Ant-Man out there and want to come attack Ant-Man. I think we're going to go ahead and defend, because the problem is we keep ending up getting stunned anyway. So we're going to exhaust to defend, and we defend for 3. So he's attacking for 1. He's going to get 2 boost cards. And we boost, what's that? That's 2. Oh, he's going to exhaust each ally I control. Lame. All right, so he does 3, but I defend for 3. So I take no damage, which means he's not damaging me, so I don't get stunned. So that's good, but we're starting with everything exhausted, which is not good. All right, we're going to draw our encounter card. Encounter card is, oh, he's coming for me again. Oh, and then the plan goes out the window. All right, so he's going to attack me again, and I'm just going to take this one. I don't think he can pile up that much damage in one round. So he's got 1, he's going to boost 2, 3. So I'm going to take 3 and I'm going to be stunned. All right, so we're going to take one of these 2s off of here, replace it with a 5. And I get stunned yet again. All right, now that didn't go so well. We're back over to the hero turn. That's the tough thing, is you get so excited about how things are looking, and then things don't go the way that you want them to. All right, now we've got these armies of ants out there, and it would be nice to get that rolling. I also have potentially the 3 resources to get rid of that Sonic Converter, which has been a real pain in my butt. The problem is everybody's exhausted at this point in time. So I'm going to take another hit. So I'm interested, maybe I should play, I haven't yet played Team Building Exercise. Maybe that's what I should do this game. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to use Genius to play Team Building Exercise. So it's a support that goes out and it says, exhaust Team Building Exercise, play a card from your hand that shares a trait with your hero, reducing its resource cost by 1. Okay, so we've got Team Building Exercise out there. What I think we're going to do is we're going to flip over to Tiny form. So we're going to go Tiny. So when I go Tiny, I get to remove a threat from a scheme. All right, now that I'm Tiny form, I'm Avenger Tiny, I can use my Team Building Exercise to play a card which I share a trait with, because we're both tiny now. I've got Tiny Ant-Man and a tiny army of ants. So now we have 3 army of ants out there. Ooh, do I want to flip Klaw? That's a tough question there. So I can flip Klaw into his bigger mode, but then he's going to attack for more. I think we'll go ahead and do it. So we're going to go bing, bing. And that's going to be 2 off of Klaw. So Klaw 1 is going to go away. Klaw 2 is going to come out. Klaw 2 comes out. Search the encounter discard pile for the Immortal Klaw. Reveal it. Shuffle the encounter deck. All right, so we're going to get the Immortal Claw, and he gets an additional boost for stuff. Oh, he also starts with, what do we have there? We got 18 hit points. All right, so let's drop 18 hit points on him. 10. I forgot what a big jump he has when he comes into his second form. He goes from 12 to 18. That's a massive leap. Plus, we get the Immortal Claw out there. And he's going to get kind of like a temporary boost to 10. All right, Mortal Claw is, there it is, Mortal Claw. Claw gets plus 10 hit points and an acceleration token. All right, so we got a Mortal Claw out there. It has 3 on it. 2, 3. All right. Other things we have going on are we are stunned, but we're not. No, we're exhausted too. We can use our other army of ants to do 1 damage, so we can knock him down to 17. We still got this cushion over here of another 10. All right. Is there anything else we can do? I don't think so. So we are done. Now, unfortunately, what's going to probably end up happening here is Wasp is going to take this attack. We'll go back up to a hand size of 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hey, there's my helmet, which I think I've had out for all of 1 turn in the games I've played thus far. So, not been great. All right. Let's see here. We are going over to the villain's turn. So we've got an acceleration out there. Let's make sure I remember that. So we're going to get 2 instead of 1 at the beginning. And then the Claw is going to see Ant-Man out here. He's going to come attack. I don't want to take this, so we're going to put Wasp in front of this one. So Wasp is going to block. She's going to get 2. We're going to do, what is that? That's 2. Hey, we got the other advance. That's good. So Wasp is going to take 3, 4 damage. That takes Wasp out. And then we're going to get encounter card. So encounter card, what are we coming up with? We're coming up with, oh, okay. So let's look at our options here. So I can flip to alter ego form, and then I can exhaust and remove it from the game, or discard 1 card from your hand, and then I can't change form until my next turn ends. So I think we're going to flip to alter ego and exhaust, which is going to get rid of that. So when I go to alter ego form, I heal 1. So at least I get to heal 1. But then I'm exhausted. All right. And that's it for Klaw. We're over to our hero turn. Okay, so what are we looking at here? We took care of Cassie. We can bring her back now because she's actually in my hand. I could get her out. I have Ant-Man's helmet, which I would really like to get out. But if I do that, I've got an incoming attack that's going to do a decent amount of damage to me. So what I think we're going to do is we're going to get Stinger out there. She's an Avenger. So if I bring her out, I can pay for her using team building exercise. So that would be 1 to get her out. So I could get her and the helmet out. Or I could get her out and play first aid and give her power gloves, which is another interesting option. So after you change to tiny form, I draw a card. Hero form, I heal 2 damage. I really need to heal because I took an amount of damage, but Stinger's coming into play. Oh, tough choices. All right, so I'm going to go tiny form. So do I do my helmet first and then go tiny form? Or do I save the helmet and first aid? Oh, choices. I think I'm going to want a first aid. All right, so we're going to flip to tiny form. When we do that, we take a threat off of a scheme. So we're going to take one off of the Immortal Claw. All right, I'm already exhausted. We're going to let's hope we can get rid of the Immortal Claw this turn, but that's not going to happen. All right, we're going to use our team building exercise. We're going to use our team building exercise to bring Stinger into play. All right, now we can, let's go ahead and do our Army of Ants. So we got 1, 2, 3 Army of Ants. So Army of Ants, Army of Ants, Army of Ants. And we're going to take Klaw down 3, so he's going to go from 17 down to 14. All right, we're going to have, I think we need to do the first aid. So we're going to use our team building exercise to first aid on Ant-Man. So we're going to heal up 2 more. We're going to go ahead and have Stinger take 1 more off the Immortal Claw, so it's down to 1. We've got Power Gloves and our helmet. I think we're going to end on that note. Oop, she did a thing, so she's got into consequential damage. Okay. I think we're done there. All right, so we're going to pick our stuff back up. I think we're going to get rid of, do we get rid of, I don't want to get rid of my helmet. We're going to get rid of the Power Gloves. All right, so I'm going to draw 4 cards. So 1, 2, 3, because we're getting back up to 5, hand size of 5. Ooh, there's the reinforced suit. So if I could take a hit, oh, I don't think so. I think we need to use the call for aid. Who haven't we seen yet with the call for aid? We haven't seen either. We haven't seen Giant Man. We haven't seen our big guys yet, either of them. And we haven't seen Ronan yet. So there's some good allies still in the deck. So the call for aid may be the thing to do. All right, we'll see how things work out here. All right, so that's the end of our turn. We're over to the villain's turn. We're going to put, 2 threat on the main scheme. Forgot about the Immortal Claw being out there and its acceleration thing. All right, next up, Claw's going to come attack. Stinger's going to exhaust to block this one. So she's taken 2, and he's going to boost an additional, what do we got here? Holy cow, that's a 3 and a 0. So she's taking a lot. Stinger's out for now. And then we're getting counter card. Counter card is the Masters of Evil. When revealed, discard cards from the counter deck until a Masters of Evil minion is discarded. Put that minion into play, engaged with the first player. Oofta. All right, that's going to come out with 3 on it. We're going to move Yellow Jacket off to the side for now. All right, put 3 on there, and then get another acceleration token. Boy, this is getting bad. And then we need to look for Masters of Evil minion. So that's not a Masters of Evil minion. That one is, and it's the one I hate the most. It's Radioactive Man. Because I hate his discard at random. Ugh. Okay. That's the end of the villain's turn. We're over to the hero turn at this point. Wow, what are we going to do here? So I really would like to get my helmet out there, but I need a blocker pretty badly. And I'm stunned. So I think we're going to do our call for aid first. Do we get that out first? Or other things we can look at are the sonic converter is still out there. We could work on that. And we need to spend 3, so it would be probably, we wouldn't have to use our helmet. We could do a call for aid, reinforced, and we could use the PIM particles to pay for it, which would be interesting. That would allow us to draw a card, which we could then use to helmet up. That's an interesting way to go about that. Let's try that. I feel like I may be hurting myself here by not getting the my ally, but I think let's get that out of there. So we're gonna go one. Ugh. Oh, the ally seems like the better play. I think let's go for the ally. We're going to call for aid. So call for aid says discard cards from the top of the deck until you discard an Avenger ally, then add that ally to your hand. All right, so we're going to go for the ally. Let's see here. Avenger ally, Ronan. All right, we like Ronan. He's a nice guy. All right. He's an Avenger, and I have some energy. So we're going to put Ronan into play. All right. Now, we've got some Pim particles, but I think I want to use those to help heal. So we'll hold off on that. Ronan's going to attack for 3 once I attach the reinforced suit to him. Or I can have him thwart for 2, which may be a good idea. I think we don't worry about our discard at this point. We need to clean. This over here is really scaring me. So I think we need to take care of that. In the meantime, I think what we're going to do is we're going to work on 1, 2, 3. We're going to use that to do damage to Klaw. So we're going to knock him down to 11. All right, so do I go big and then play the Pim particles? I think that's the better way to go, because that's going to do me, I get to do 1 damage. I'm not going to have anything for hand size, so I could... Yep, I think we're going to go big. So we're going to go big size Ant-Man. We're still stunned. Eventually we're going to have to clear that stun. Big size Ant-Man, we're going to deal a damage. So let's go ahead and do that to Klaw. We'll get him down to 10. All right, then we're going to use our Pim particles to play reinforced suit on Ronan. So when I play my Pim particles in giant form, I get to heal 2 damage. All right, so we're down to 3. Only taken 3 so far, so that's looking better. All right, we're going to have Ronan. We have him attack. Yeah, I think we're going to have him attack. He's going to go ahead and attack. He's going to take a damage when he does that. We're going to do 3 to Klaw, so that's going to knock Klaw down to 7. And then we're going to have Ant-Man is actually going to thwart, which is not what he does great at, but we're going to get rid of the Immortal Klaw. All right, so Immortal Klaw is going to go away. Now, what I am forgetting about is I do not remember what happens when we go to stage 2, so that will be interesting. All right, so we're going to be done at that point, and I think I'm going to let the helmet go. I keep sitting on it, but we're going to let it go. All right, so let's pick all of our tokens back up here. And we're going to drop to hand size of 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So Giant Man is probably not coming out at a 5 cost. Team building exercise could help with that, but I don't think it's gonna. All right, so next up, we're gonna go villain. What's happening on the villain phase? We're gonna put 2 on underground distribution because of the acceleration token, which is gonna make this pop. Hold on just a second. Alexa, stop. For some reason, I'm getting some hints on something. All right, so what are we doing here? We are gonna go Underground distribution is going to go away. We're going to have the secret rendezvous is going to come out. So we have Klaw has found a buyer for his illegal weapons. It's up to you to stop the sale, but the meeting is surrounded by Klaw's cronies. When revealed, discard cards from the encounter deck until a minion is discarded. Put the minion into play engaged with the first player, and then we go over to 2B. All right, so we're going to go looking for a minion. He's going to come into play, and that one goes up to 8. All right. Not too bad. Let's see what happens here. We're going to go looking for a minion. Oop, there's a weapons runner. He's going to be put into play, so his surge doesn't happen because he was not revealed. Let's make sure I've got that right. He is put into play, right? Put that minion into play, engaged with the first player. All right, so not revealed. So we've got a weapons runner in play, and we've got the radioactive man. All right, so then it's going to be Klaw looking at Ant-Man out there. I've only got 3 damage, so I think we're going to take this, and we're already stunned anyway, so though I don't think the stun piece matters a whole lot. So we're going to take 2. He's going to get 2 boost cards. 1, 2. He's going to hit me for, what is that? He's going to hit me for 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to put him into play. So we're going to take 4. Ouch. So let's see here. Let's make this a 5. So we're at 7. Oof. Then we're looking at 8, 9, 10. We got 3 more damage coming. Let's go ahead and take it. So we're at 7, we're up to 10. Yikes. All right. What else we got going on there? Oh, we have to discard. After radioactive man attacks, discard a card at random from my hand. Okay, let's see what we got here. And we discard our call for aid. All right, so we've got giant man, team building exercise, and giant strength. All right, so that is the, Klaw needs an encounter card, or we need an encounter card. And we're gonna get sound and manipulation. Oh, he's gonna heal, no, that's gonna take me out. Oh, when revealed, take 2 damage, Klaw heals 2 damage. Oh, I forgot about that card. There isn't anything I can do, is there? Oh, man. All right, so 2 is going to put me up to 12. That's enough to take me out. He's going to heal 2. That's going to put him up to 7. Oh, so close. What was I looking at for damage next round? There's a 3, 4, 5, 6. It would not have been enough to take him out. All right, so there we go. There's the pre-con Ant-Man deck versus Klaw standard. And it was really close. I think I probably should have won that. Maybe if I would have got the helmet out there earlier and not dinked around with that, that would have helped me later on. Yeah, that was a close one. I should have had that one. I feel like there's a play in there that I messed up that I should have got, and I would have got him. But anyway, felt really competitive. So we'll go back to another one versus Klaw. Feeling really good about that. So Ronan didn't do a whole lot for me there. I probably should have had him block against Klaw and then just taken 3 damage. With my ants out there, yeah, because that was a lot of damage to take in one turn. And then I could have armied of ants and gotten rid of some of this and helped clear the board. Possibly I should have gotten rid of the Sonic Converter earlier on. That would have been probably a smart thing to do. If I would have went small, I could have cleared off the Masters of Evil. That would have been off the board. Army of Ants, clear out weapons runners. Yeah, that probably would have been a better play. Anyway, there we go. So I got a loss with Ant-Man versus the Klaw. So let me know in the comments where you think the big mess up was there, because I'm feeling like there was a play that I totally shouldn't have done that I missed. And the helmet, it's just, I want to play the helmet, but I can't find the right time to play it there. I just didn't have the right cards, and I thought there were more important things. Was that a bad decision? Should I just got it out there and taken around to do that? Because it would have really In those rounds, I wouldn't have done anything else. So I think there was this Stinger round where I could have played the helmet instead of Stinger. Maybe that would have been a better idea. Anyway, I guess, oh yes, because I think I played a first aid that round. If I would have the helmet out there, I kind of get an automatic first aid when I go giant size. So maybe that was probably pretty silly. So anyway, all right. That's my Ant-Man versus Klaw. We're 1-1. I think we're going to come back and we're going to get a win. So that's going to be the next game. Is going to be the win, I'm pretty sure. So that's it for now, and thanks for watching.